Rising Stars versus Proven Legends. This video breaks down a thrilling junior 200-meter showdown and Elaine Thompson-Herah's championship-winning performance in Birmingham.
CARIFTA Games, she is looking for redemption and the sprint double. No Tiana Springer, as I told you. She's been withdrawn for precautionary reasons. She was to be in fourth, the Guyanese. And Sania Frederick, the defending champion, goes in lane number 3, looking to repeat. And in lane number 2, Naya Wright of the Bahamas comes in with a 24 seconds flat clocking, qualified as a non-automatic.
Surprised they didn't move someone up to fill that vacant spot.
Well, I think the withdrawals probably came too late for that. So 6 for this final, but it's a high quality 6.
Not sure how that will affect the defending champion. She'll have a vacant lane next to her.
There's Dockery, the 100 champion. Ran a personal best 11.26 to win that. I think anyone who wants to win this has to be ahead of Douglas at 160. Away they go. Dockery flew out of the blocks. So too did Soleil Frederick. Sania Frederick is running brilliantly. The Jamaican Dockery coming forward now. Sania Frederick, the defending champion, is in front. Dockery starts to chase. Douglas is coming forward as well. Douglas, Soleil Frederick and Dockery. That's the way they finish. 23 flat for Shanoya Douglas. She was always going to be the danger in the last 20 or 25 meters. That's where she poured forward. And Soleil Frederick could not hold her off, but she does have a silver medal, Soleil Frederick, as Shanoya Douglas celebrates gold. 23.03, that's a personal best for her. She has gone on the 23 before, but that was wind assisted at the CARIFTA Trials, 22.85. And tonight, she is number 1 in the CARIFTA region at half lap. Soleil Frederick watched her sister Sania Frederick win gold last year. She has silver this time around. Personal best for her as well, 23.07. Sabrina Dockery, the 100 champion, has to settle for the bronze here at 200 meters. But she too has put in a fine performance. That race was every bit as exciting as we expected it to be.
Fantastic contest. Springer not even really missing in this one, because the 2 Jamaicans and the 2 Trinidadians gave us everything that we could have hoped for.
23.13 for Dockery, outside her personal best, which was set in qualifying at 23.10. The Frederick sisters, well, it was all Sania last year, and it's Soleil this time.
Soleil looked a lot sharper in qualifying, certainly, and justified that, continued that fine form into the final. Ran a great curve. You see her there between the 2 Jamaicans. And one wonders if perhaps Sana, not having that athlete right next to her, could have done better on the curve. Coming through here, she does though have the advantage, but her sister and the Jamaican
wants the double. She won the 100, and now she wants the 200-meter title tonight. Natasha McDonald of Canada will start in lane number 9, second in her semi-final, 23.21 seconds this season. In lane number 8, Ella Connolly of Australia, 4th at the World Junior Championships over 400 meters 4 years ago, under 23 seconds this year. There'll be a huge roar for the athlete in 7. Elaine Thompson-Herah, second fastest woman of all time over 100, the 3rd fastest of all time over 200. Favour Ofili of Nigeria, their national record holder, the 19-year-old, will start in lane number 6. Natalia White of Jamaica will start in 5, 8th in the 100-meter final here, 4th at the Jamaican National Championships this year over this distance. Christina Mboma from Namibia, the 19-year-old national record holder, has had her injury problems this year, but she's back. She's in this final and starts in 4. Beth Dobbin of Scotland. The line-up in lane number 3, a semi-finalist in the Olympics last year, the Scottish record holder, 22.5 at her best. And completing the lineup from the Gambia, Gina Bass. Just outside 23 seconds in qualifying. She starts in lane number 2. So the final track action on this Saturday night. Bass, Dobbin and Bomber White. O'Feely, Thompson-Hera, there she is. Connolly and McDonald. She won the 100 metres in 10.95 seconds. That was her first individual Commonwealth Games medal. The athlete that's done the double-double, the 100 and 200 metres at 2 Olympics in a row, is aiming to win the 200-metre title here. Still shouts from fans around the crowd. But a clean start. Thompson-Hera has got out nicely in lane number 7. She's took the stagger from Connolly outside of her. She's eating it up, the Jamaican. Thompson-Hera into the home straight. O'Feely, the Nigerian, in second in the lane inside of her. And Bomber's going to get the bronze. Keep your eye on the clock. 22.02 seconds. I thought it was under threat, and she's taken the game's record off Sinead Miller-Weibo. A plus 0.6 metre wind. It was brilliant from Elaine Thompson-Hera, and now she's the double Commonwealth champion. She got exactly what she wanted here in Birmingham. O'Feely picks up the silver and Bomber the bronze. Both games' records have gone in the 200 metres, Steph Reed. What a brilliant end to the evening on the track.
Well, something about running at night here, it's just been magical. And do you know what? It wasn't that dramatic in the end. It pretty much went to script. Elaine made her presence known on the bend, and the race really was, in the end, for the silver and the bronze. And I'm just so pleased for her. You know, perhaps she didn't have the championships that she wanted in Eugene, but she has come back, and she has finished her season on her terms. You can see her third from the left in the screen. And you can, I mean, just in those first 20 meters, her stall was set out. The moment she was gone around that bend, no one was going to catch her. But the interesting battle was happening at the back as Christine Mbama we didn't really know what she was going to do. As you say, she was coming back from injury. Her very first 200, really, that we'd seen her in was in the heats. But Favour O'Feely managed to hold her off for that silver medal.
It was a huge win in the end. Such is the class of Elaine Thompson-Hera. And it means a lot for an athlete that has everything. Her house just sparkles of pure gold back in Jamaica. And as we said at the start of tonight's broadcast, Jamaican Independence Day today, and they've had a storming session here again in Birmingham. It was never in doubt, as you say, Steph. She went round the bend. She held her form wonderfully well. At her best, 21.53, but 22.02 tonight, and the gold medal.
And I love it. She's been so honest in her intention all the time. I want to be the greatest sprinter of all time.
The women's 200 metres, often described as the perfect blend of speed and endurance, offers a unique lens through which to examine sprinting excellence. 2 races separated by level and context, the under-20 final at the 2024 CARIFTA Games and the senior showdown at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, highlight how dominance in this event can emerge from both rising talent and established greatness. At the CARIFTA Games, the stage was set for a thrilling clash between Caribbean nations, particularly Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. Even with the absence of Guyana's Tiana Springer, the final retained its intensity, narrowing the focus onto a compact but highly competitive field. Jamaica's Sabrina Dree entered as the athlete to beat, fresh off her 100-metre victory and aiming to secure a prestigious sprint double. Alongside her stood compatriot Shanoya Douglas, a rapidly emerging talent who had already signalled her intent with a strong 23.16 in the earlier rounds. However, Trinidad and Tobago's Shaniqua Frederick brought both experience and determination as the defending champion. From the moment the gun fired, Frederick executed a near-perfect curve. Her acceleration through the bend was smooth, yet forceful, allowing her to build a visible lead before entering the straight. For much of the race, she appeared in full control, her stride composed and efficient as she sought to defend her title. But the defining characteristic of junior-level sprinting is unpredictability, and that's where the race transformed. As the athletes transitioned into the final meters, the Jamaican challenge intensified. Whether through Dry's relentless pursuit or Douglas's late surge, the pressure mounted on Frederick, turning what looked like a comfortable victory into a dramatic finish. The race ultimately became less about early dominance and more about who could maintain form under fatigue, a hallmark of the 200 meters. In contrast, the Commonwealth Games final in Birmingham presented a different narrative, one centered on proven excellence. Elaine Thompson-Herah arrived not as a challenger, but as a global icon. Having already secured gold in the 100 meters, she entered the 200-meter final with the opportunity to complete a sprint double, a feat that would further solidify her legacy. The field around her was formidable. Athletes like Natalia White and Favour Offaly brought both speed and ambition, representing the new generation eager to challenge established stars. Yet, unlike the unpredictable dynamics of the CAFAC final, this race carried a sense of expectation. All eyes were on Thompson-Herah, not just to win, but to dominate. From the start, her approach reflected her experience. The 200 meters demands precision on the curve, and Thompson-Herah delivered exactly that. Her bend running was controlled, technically sound, and perfectly measured, ensuring she exited the curve in a strong position without overexerting. Where younger athletes might attack the race with raw aggression, she balanced speed with efficiency. As the race unfolded into the home straight, her superiority became increasingly evident. While competitors like Offaly attempted to close the gap, Thompson-Herah's top-end speed and composure under pressure proved decisive. She maintained her form, avoided tightening, and powered through the final meters to secure the gold, completing her double with authority. What makes these two races compelling in comparison is the contrast between potential and realization. The CAFAC final showcased the volatility and excitement of emerging talent, where leads can vanish and outcomes remain uncertain until the final strides. It highlighted how young athletes rely heavily on instinct, raw speed, and the ability to respond in the moment. The Commonwealth final, on the other hand, was a masterclass in control. Thompson-Herah demonstrated how elite athletes manage every phase of the race with intention, from the curve to the finish, minimizing risk while maximizing performance. Her victory was not just about speed, but about executing a race plan with near perfection. Together, these performances underline the depth of Caribbean sprinting. From the next generation battling for recognition to established champions reinforcing their legacy, the women's 200 meters continues to evolve. Whether it's the dramatic, unpredictable nature of junior competition or the calculated dominance of Olympic-level athletes, the event remains one of the most compelling tests of sprinting ability. In the end, both races arrive at the same truth. Greatness in the 200 meters is not defined by one moment, but by how an athlete manages the entire race. Whether through explosive ambition or refined execution, the path to victory may differ, but the standard of excellence remains the same.